It is my birthday. I turned 29 today. Let's get into some makeup, okay? Let's get into the look. I'm gonna do a little get ready with me. This is gonna be primarily makeup, and I'm gonna show you guys my fragrance at the end. Let's get into the video. I just so happen to be rushing, so let's see what we can do with an hour's worth of time. I already went in with my moisturizer. So now I'm going in with primer. This is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I just picked this up this morning. It's the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I got it in the shade Ginger because I feel like ginger is a little bit closer to my skin color. I'm gonna be using this to kind of like go over some of these blemishes, and look at this atrocity. Wow. And putting makeup over this is not the answer, is not helping the situation, but I need to look good tonight. I am officially 29 today. I don't feel like 29. I honestly feel the same, that exactly how I felt yesterday. I feel like I've been on the earth for a long time, but I don't feel old, if that makes sense. And I did have every intention to celebrate my birthday in Jamaica. I booked this trip back in May. And there is a hurricane, category 5 to be exact, in Jamaica as I am filming this. So JetBlue canceled my flight when it was a tropical storm, but imagine still even going over there and getting caught and not being able to fly back. So I kind of just, stayed here, did some shopping, got free Starbucks drink, spent the day on the beach, and now I'm gonna go to dinner and just, call it a day. I feel like I've been very fortunate to take trips and stuff this year. I might be going to New Jersey next month for Thanksgiving. We'll see how that goes, to see my fiance's family. But other than that, I'm really just looking forward to my wedding. So I feel like no inconvenience right now could really take me off that cloud, is honestly what it is. I'm so excited. I'm gonna go in with NARS Natural Radiant. I got another shade. So this is Barcelona. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little bit darker. It's more of my summer shade. And Stromboli, I came to find out or discover that this is more of like my winter shade, or when I'm not as tan. So had to pick up the right shade, and we're gonna see how it wears on me today. What do you guys think? Barcelona, I could honestly get away with like in nighttime settings, but in the daytime I just felt like my foundation looked really dark. And I discovered that actually when I went to Canada in June. It's so gloomy and just, I don't know, it wasn't sunny when I went, so it was like this cast. And I'm telling you, every single reflection I looked in, I questioned like if I really knew how to do makeup or not. But coming from like Florida, where it's like hot and the sun is always out and you're golden and tan and whatever, I don't know, I feel like it looked different. So I began searching for a different shade that actually fit better. So I just went in and color corrected with the Huda color corrector. I used the shade Peaches for the under eye. While that sits and dries down a bit, I'm gonna go in with blush. I am using this Rare Beauty blush. It's in the shade Grateful. I've used this one time before already. Absolutely loved it. It wears so nicely, and it was my first time ever trying red blush. And I was a little intimidated, scared that I would look like a clown. But I don't know, red blush might be my new favorite. It just makes the cheeks look rosy, but not like pink. It literally looks like a flush of color if I had to describe it, and it's beautiful. I'm gonna go back in with the shade Ginger, and I'm gonna put this in my under eye and let it sit for a little bit. For contour, I'm going to be going in with my curve case from Tik Tok shop, made by Mitchell, and my new favorite Morphe M243 brush. Love this. And I'm going to go in with this shade here just to kind of, chisel out the face. All right, I blended out the concealer. I'm loving this. I feel like it looks very skin-like. I added a couple little small drops of the Rare Beauty blush just so we can build that back up and we don't lose it. I'm also gonna go in with the Radiant Creamy Concealer. This was in the shade Macadamia. I have Custard too, but Custard is really neutral on me. So I'm gonna go in with Macadamia. This is like a highlighter shade, and I like mixing both the Soft Matte Complete Concealer and this one, because like this one is creamy and the Soft Matte is more matte, but they blend really nicely. And this one is maybe like a shade lighter than me. It's nothing too crazy. And we're gonna go ahead and blend it out some more as I go. I'm gonna go ahead and set this with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I'm gonna go in and get to setting the face now. I'm going in with the Huda Beauty Baby Bake. This is in the shade Banana Bread. I love this powder so much. I feel like if you don't know about this powder by now, you've been sleeping on a rock, because honestly, 10 out of 10 no notes. Watch this. So I'm gonna blend out this eye really good. And I'm going to take a bit of the powder. I like to press it out on the back of my hand to make sure I have even distribution on my puff and I don't get no patchiness. And then I just blend this into the eye. Kind of press it in, blend it in, but I do it like in layers so it's like even. And then I am a baker, so then I will bake after this. But I just set, press in the first layer. And just look. Look at the under eye. Not set, set. Smooth, filtered, blurred. Like I said, no notes. I'm gonna go ahead and bronze now and then cut out my contour to get that nice snatched face. I'm going with the Juvia's Place Duo Bronzer Palette, and this is in the shade Tan. I'm just gonna go ahead, lock in the contour. The cream contour I applied earlier. We're gonna go ahead and set the blush now and then get into the eyebrows and the eyeshadow for today. It's in the same shade, Grateful. It's the matte bouncy blush. And I like to have powders to my cream. So if I have cream blush, I like powder blush. I feel like it makes your makeup last longer. I'm basically just gonna go in with this and apply it to everywhere I put the liquid. More or less. Now for eyebrows, I use the Urban Decay Brow Blade in the shade Dark Drapes. And all I literally do is just kind of fill in my eyebrows, like hair-like strokes. All right, so this is where we are at with the face. I just applied a little bit of concealer to my lids to, you know, prep for some eyeshadow, and grab some clean brushes because guess what I have? Birthday gift to moi. I got the Patrickta Major Dimensions Matte Eyeshadow Palette. This is volume 3. I am in love. Let us indulge in this brand new palette together. Yeah, get into it. $70 glorious dollars for this beauty, but we're gonna use it together for the first time, see if it's worth the hype. And I also got this as well as a topper, so lots of new today. So I'm gonna go in with the cream shade and the brown because I'm going for a little smoky eye moment. My dress is going to be red. It is red, kind of on theme with my nails. I don't know if you can see it in the back. It's actually hanging up over there. But, ooh, like butter. Like butter. Wow, 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 wow. They were not lying about this. What kind of hoodoo voodoo is in this? Do you guys see the blend? WTF. Patrickta? Mr. Patrickta. Hello? Is my smoky eye already done already? That literally was like 2 seconds. All right, let's do the other eye. No, this is like butter. Like I'm telling you, it's going on effortlessly. And the payoff is phenomenal. Like you don't have to pick up a lot on the brush. It's very easy to maneuver on the eye and control. And then the blend goes crazy. What the heck? I feel like this would be good. Like the price is a pretty price tag, but I feel like this would be good for like beginners too, because like, you know, some eyeshadows just don't have very good payoff or they're not as pigmented. So you kind of have to like struggle to like maneuver them. This is like easy peasy. And I feel like if you're a pro too, like you already know what to do. Oh, Patrick, this is beautiful. Wow. I'm going to deepen it up a little bit here, more on like the crease, or I should say the lower part of my lash line, because I do want it smoky. This is beautiful. No, Patrick really did his big one. All right, I'm gonna go in with this like darker brown shade right here on top to mattify the cream, and then I'm gonna blend it out. All right, this is the same brush that I used to blend out the cream. So I wanted like a little bit of that in there. And then I'm gonna go in with a different brush completely with that dark brown powder and just kind of continue to blend that out and set the cream. And I'm only using browns, it looks like, for this look. I thought I was gonna have to go in with a black, but honestly, it's giving sultry enough for me. So I think I'm gonna just rock with this brown shade, which was the cream. And then the shade right next to it, this one is what I used to set. So I use that and then that. We are just about finished. I'm going in with the Patrickta Major Dimensions Eye Illusion Shadow Duo, and I got the shade In Your Dreams. And please, Patrick, foot on next, more like darker shade, kind of like peachy. I feel like they would both go good. Maybe I could mix it. I think I might mix it. Let's see. I'm gonna go in with my finger first and just pop it right here. Not gonna go in too heavy-handedly off the top because the payoff on this stuff is like crazy. I also got this today in Sephora, and when I swatched it, I legit thought I was gonna like pass away. It was so beautiful on the eyes. So I'm gonna just like blend it out a little bit, and then we're just gonna really concentrate. I'm using the lighter shade now and just putting that like right in the center. So like the center is like way more sparkly, and then everything else is kind of like brushed out. Let's dust away the powder now. I'm basically gonna go back in with every brush that I've used so far for powders, not the brushes I use for liquids, but powders to kind of just tidy up the lines and just make sure everything is blended. I'm using the white shade in the Patrickta eyeshadow palette. This one. I put some in my brow bone here, but I'm also going in right up underneath here. Not to necessarily sharpen, but to kind of like define it. Just kind of like define it. I'm taking the Bare Minerals 16-Hour Perfecting Powdered Foundation in Light 20 Warm. It's too light for me, but I use it kind of as like a brightening powder just right here. I don't know if you can like see the difference. It's very subtle, nothing crazy. And I just use it literally for this area. Using the same Juvia's palette, but the lighter shade for the contour of my nose. I'm also gonna sweep that a little bit into my eyeshadow, so this area is also blended as well. I'm gonna go in again with the Morphe setting spray and set my face. I'm cutting it pretty close to time, so just tell you guys what I did. I used the NYX Vivid Rich Mechanical Liner. This is in the shade Quartz Queen. It's not a white, but it's not like a beige. It's kind of like off-white. And I always put it in my waterline, especially when I do a more smokier or dark shade, because it opens up my eyes and really makes them pop. On the bottom of that, I took the same brown shade that we used to mattify the cream, and I literally just smoked that out easy peasy on the bottom. And then I went in with my mascara, the Fenty Beauty Hella Thick Volumizing Mascara. I love this. I usually go in about maybe 3 layers, 3 swipes of this throughout the duration of me doing my eyes. Like let it dry, then go in another, let it dry, go in another. So I think we're on like 1.5, maybe 2. The wing, I used the NYX Epic Wear Waterproof in Espresso. I have this in black too. These things are amazing if you have watery eyes, teary eyes. I love using waterproof eyeliner. Staple. 10 out of 10, no notes. I'm gonna go ahead and stick on a lash. I'm just gonna come back, show you guys the look. So this is how we're looking for the most part. I think I need to fix this. I don't know if I put this on backwards or what, but this is how we're looking. This is the dress. This is how I'm bringing in my 29th. I added some lashes. I decided to go big. Yeah, get into it. For the lip, we're doing one of my favorite combos, the NYX pencil. This is in the shade Cold Brew. And then we're going in with the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Knock on Wood. For highlighter, I'm using this brand new She Glam. This is the Glow-Cheat Bouncy highlighter. This is in the shade Custard. I did feel it because it's kind of like that soft, squishy texture, but I ain't gonna do that again. So I'm gonna go in and just put this, ooh, yes, right on the apples, kind of here on my cheek, Cupid's bow. This is beautiful. And then I'm gonna go in with my hand and just kind of put it, oof, bridge of my nose. Like so. I think that's really pretty. The blush, she's doing her big one. And then I am going to take it and put it all over me. Give me some shine. I see a lot of girls who have like pimples and stuff, like go over it with eyeliner. And of course, me trying to be a follow fashion monkey, try to do it and mess it up. So you can probably still see it. I have a mole naturally here, but I kind of messed up the eye. Whatever. Look, this is the face. This is what we're going with. I have to go because I'm running late, but the fragrance. Miss Khloe Kardashian, please come to the front. This, oh girl, really did your big one. This thing smells beautiful. It smells soft, sensual, very mature, very feminine. It kind of has like a dry down that has like a hint of a musk to it, just a little bit, but there's like that tonka bean in there, florals. I don't want to say it smells like powdery like Old Lady, but it smells like powdery floral, if that makes sense. I don't know how to describe it. Y'all just got to get into it. It's called EXO by Chloe. So this is tonight's fragrance. This is the look completed. I hope you guys enjoyed. Happy birthday to me. I'm gonna go out, enjoy some good food, and bring in this new chapter of life. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.